You are watching Luxury News. Every Friday, we cover the most relevant events that caught our eye during the week. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers, and welcome back. Can't believe it's already been a week since our last Luxury News video. For some reason, the notifications didn't work on that, and almost nobody saw it. Hopefully this one will go through. We're going to cover a bunch of stories today, and all of them are exciting. But if you're in a hurry, here are the time codes of the most important ones so you can jump ahead. With that said, let's dive into this first story. Super interesting tech news. We got to see a vision of the future in the eyes of the richest man in the world. Jeff Bezos had a presentation for his space company where he showcased a different option for humanity. Instead of colonizing other planets, Bezos thinks humanity should build O'Neill colonies, massive cities rotating in space. In the future, we would have several of these floating around the Earth, and you should be able to bounce from one onto the other. What we found most fascinating was Bezos' position versus the plan Elon Musk presented of colonizing and terraforming Mars. We're living in one of the most fascinating times ever, where two incredibly smart billionaires are going one against each other to figure out who's got the biggest rocket. What is it with billionaires these days and launching phallus-shaped rockets into the universe? In the same presentation, Bezos unveils plans for his company's first moon mission, their new lander, and the technological progress they've been able to achieve in terms of rocket reusability. Space is a major frontier for business and humanity, and we can't wait to see who's going to push us further than ever before. We strongly recommend you watch the presentation if you're a fan of space. We found it fascinating. Speaking of the other billionaire, Elon Musk has begun his private project of surrounding the Earth with 12,000 satellites, with the purpose of providing worldwide access to fast internet. The first launch was supposed to have been on Wednesday, but weather problems made it impossible, so they postponed it for the next day. But in order to get this video done for you on time, we didn't get to see the launch or if it went well. An internet satellite network for consumers is how CEO Elon Musk believes SpaceX can generate revenue that can be used to develop more and more advanced rockets and spaceships. Basically, he's going to leverage this satellite network to build bigger and better rockets while providing a better communication service to the world. His network will be activated as soon as they can get over 350 satellites up there. In big business news back here on Earth, it seems that we've got Amazon. Yeah, twice in the same video. Nice, Jeff. Nice. They unveiled their first airport. It's a $1.5 billion project outside of Cincinnati. This is a very smart move for Amazon. It's taking further control of its shipping process while seeking to cut costs and speed up delivery times. Why pay companies like UPS, FedEx, or the U.S. Postal Service when you've got the money and now the infrastructure to do it yourself, thus cutting down the overall cost? The man even showed up in person himself and hopped aboard a front loader to lift the first pile of dirt. In travel news, that giant frame building in Dubai just became a Guinness World Record holder for the largest building in the shape of a frame. Standing at 150 meters high and 93 meters wide, the structure is made up of 2,000 tons of steel and 2,900 meters of laminated glass. It also features more than 15,000 square meters of gold-colored stainless steel. The frame opened in January 2018. It's hard to imagine just how big it is. On one side, you have the new Dubai, and on the other side, the old Dubai. If you're traveling in the region, make sure to check it out. It's pretty interesting to look at. And if you do plan on traveling to Dubai or anywhere for that matter this summer, make sure your internet connection is secured. The amount of credit card information stolen is at an all-time high, with everyone connecting to the free Wi-Fi available. This opens up a lot of doors for people to steal your information. That's why you need a VPN. Super simple to use, and all of your internet activity is encrypted and cannot be seen by prying eyes. The great folks at NordVPN reached out with an incredible offer for our community. If you go to Alux.com/VPN and sign up, you can get 75% off when you sign up for a 3-year deal using the code ALUX. That price is phenomenal, and for us, it's a no-brainer. In fun time news, a bunch of Russians modified a Bentley Continental GT into the world's most luxurious tank and drove it around just for the lols. There's a new type of cinema in Switzerland that replaced the seats with double beds, which we so want to try. We just hope they're changing the covers from one movie to another. You can imagine what people are going to be doing during the more boring parts of a movie. Amazon is selling a $7,250 tiny home kit that can be put together in just 8 hours, and people are going crazy for it on the blogs and forums. If you want to check it out, we'll leave a link for it in the description, but the listing may be taken down from Amazon. Can you imagine having a small home for less than $8,000? For those of you curious, that's how much Facebook pays its interns per month. Also, Bitcoin just broke through the $8,000 barrier since forever, and so-called experts are already shouting out crazy numbers. But we encourage you guys to pace yourselves and allow the markets to settle down a bit. The latest Bond movie has been delayed once again from October this year until April 2020, this time because of an injury Daniel Craig sustained on his ankle. Considering he's being paid $25 million for the movie, the producers are optimistic he'll be back to filming within the week. Since this is a luxury news show, we have to mention the latest luxury fashion house launched by LVMH in partnership with Rihanna, named Fenty. New brands with this kind of backing are super rare, and we're happy to see Rihanna joining the ranks of icons. The logo was revealed a couple of days ago on her social media profiles. For those of you unaware of this, Fenty Beauty, the cosmetics company, has been a major success in the market, bringing in just over $500 million in revenue last year. Not only is Rihanna the first woman to create an original brand at LVMH, but it's also the first new brand created within the company since Christian Lacroix in 1987. We can't wait to see how this brand grows. Speaking of fashion and makeup, we've heard some industry news with trending beauty YouTuber James Charles losing over 3 million subscribers in just a few days after another YouTuber called him out for using his position to force straight men to engage with him. For those of you unaware of what's going on, beauty and cosmetics is currently the hottest industry to be in, with more money than ever being made here. We've seen Kylie Jenner become a billionaire in just a few years because of it, and there are a few big YouTubers who are making bank on this trend. The biggest of them all was James Charles. But for some reason, people love to watch others crash and burn. Tati, the YouTuber who called him out, almost doubled in subscriber numbers, and we estimate she's gotten at least a couple of million from this controversy. From one celebrity, we jump to another, and in the center of it all is Ariana Grande. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of the singer or not. This is an interesting case which we're monitoring closely. Basically, Ariana Grande is getting sued for posting 2 photos of herself on Instagram. Turns out those photos were shot by New York-based paparazzi photographer Robert Barbera, who says Grande never asked for or received his permission to publish the shots, so he decided to file a copyright lawsuit against the singer. He's asking for $50,000 in exchange for the photos, and the reason why we're paying attention is because this will set a precedent. Is it more artful interpretation of reality, or is it just a picture of someone? Who owns what you see? We definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one. The last story we want to cover this week is about a painting. More specifically, one of Monet's pieces from the Haystacks series called Mull sold for $110.7 million, setting an auction record at Sotheby's. Only 4 artworks from the 25-strong series have appeared at auction in this century, and just 8 remain in private hands. The painting's previous owner paid the relatively small sum of $2.5 million for the artwork back in 1986, 44 times lower than Tuesday's price sale. The sale ranks it 9th on our most expensive paintings ever to be sold at auction list, currently topped by Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold for $450 million at Christie's 2 years ago, a painting bought by the royal family of Abu Dhabi. Rich people have been parking and growing their money in art for decades, and with the influx of capital we're seeing, these prices are just the new starting point. Which of these stories did you find the most interesting? Also, let us know what industries or topics you would find valuable and why, and we'll see if we can include them in next week's luxury news video. As always, we'll be with you in the comments discussing the issues at hand. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.